Hello, 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 and welcome, my Aquarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, welcome to your What Do I Need to Love read for this full moon to new moon next June 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional witch, professional, intuitive, and honored to be serving during this time of great challenge on planet Earth. That being said, if you are new to my channel and you like the video, please do like the video. Consider subscribing to the channels. My numbers are getting up slowly but surely as people are finding me. Hit the notification bell. I'm pretty much putting out content every single day, either a live stream or something from years ago that I re-edited, or one of these recorded reads. Follow along, and please feel free to comment as well. All of that helps people find stuff, in the readings in particular. And if you get to know me, you're going to find I'm pretty consistent as Virgo, Pisces moon, blah, blah, blah. That being said, please keep in mind this is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. Check your other signs. This is only a 6-card draw, what my guides this time around called spiritual counseling, and a 6-card draw, and they have been that. I can say almost at the end of this series, with just Pisces left after you, my Aquarians. So let's have a look-see-dixie. This reading is all about what you need to love, either what you need to focus on in terms of love in your own life, love within yourself, or what do you need to really see the love that you are and the love that's already always here, right? And you go always here, considering what we're going through. It very much could have to do with your contribution to the healing that's going on planet Earth. That's really kind of what these are about this time, in my opinion. So that being said, please focus on your breath. I will do the same. Stay in the present moment. What resonates, leave what does not. Check your other signs. And I will do the best that I can to get you the guidance and grace for this full moon in Sagittarius, where I am today. I'm doing this on Friday, June 5th, through to the new moon, Sunday, June 21st, Father's Day. Having a new moon on Father's Day is a little odd, considering day before it is Letha, summer solstice. So we will be going through dark moon at the same time as the height of the sun. There's something there. I don't know what that is. As we'll get closer, I guess we'll tune into that. With all these retrogrades going on, could be anything. So that said, let's get down to business. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype deck. I'll call out the other decks as I go. Everything's in the bottom of the description box anyway. Take a nice deep breath, my Aquariums. Because the prayers have been said, the cards have been blessed. Let's do this. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is the dominant soul power, the dominant archetype in the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, that they need to love, that they need to alchemize from lead to gold, from shadow to light, this waning moon, from full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, June 2020. Well, we've got the archetype of the Judge, one of the wisdom family of archetypes, the shadow attribute, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So there's the judge in that judgy part of it, only offering destructive criticism, or putting your thumb on the scale, as it were, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. But the Judge archetype in its light, balancing justice and compassion, managing fair distribution of power. Look, I have to say, the archetypes that have come up since I almost didn't do this series, I was like, there's too much going on planet Earth. Who cares about any of this stuff? And my guides were like, we can work with what's going on. So this is about justice as well, right? About balancing justice and compassion, because there's the written rule of law, but that a judge really has to balance that with the compassion and the mitigating circumstances, and we're all going through that. just in our own lives, reevaluating what's important and what's not, right? Finding the balance within ourselves. So just, it doesn't shock me. With the other archetypes that have come up this time around, it's all been very indicative of the time that we are in, and that's all I'm going to say about it, because that's all I can say about it. Except to go on to the Healing with the Angels Oracle. So what is the angel to help you guys heal, right? With that Judge archetype, this full moon to new moon next. Breathe. My angels, please, one card in clarity. What is the healing angel for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, June 2020, please? The collective here is talking about the Judge archetype in its shadow and light. What is the angel to help them heal that, please? Friendship. Now that is an interesting healing angel to get there, like in terms of social justice, certainly. To take a more friendly approach in a time where everything is so volatile is probably helpful, but tricky, right? Tricky. What does it mean to have an angel of friendship with you, to see everything that's happening as friendly to some higher purpose? I think would be a good place to start. Remember, these are the celestials, these are the angels. To, like, even though you don't see it, like, everything is happening to make things better. People are saying change has to happen now. Change has to happen now. It's like, it is. You're watching it. It's just to see it from the larger Aquarian perspective, right? Fixed air, the stratosphere, that humanitarian, egalitarian thing here. So I could see an Aquarian very much in with this trying to manage the fair distribution of power within their own lives and dealing with everything that's going on planet Earth with balancing justice and compassion, that for them to kind of take on the attitude of the angel of walking in friendliness, right? Like walking in compassion and kindness and listening, right? Where everybody becomes your friend, that you don't, and there's a really good mantra card that has been popping up about you don't have to take sides when you stand for love. It's like, I'm going to listen to you. I don't have to agree with you, but I'm going to respect and honor the soul that's expressing itself, right? The source energy that's talking to me through this person. So pretty powerful stuff, very Aquarian. And by the way, let's face it, Aquarians are the friends of the zodiac, right? It's like, let's be friends, right? Link pinks and all that jazz. Very needed, though. Very, very needed right now. So let's ask the goddesses what's going on. Oh, hold your breath. But don't breathe. My goddesses, I can feel what this is tuned into, so please. Well, this 11th house energy going on with the Aquarians, particularly Athena, please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, a piece of wisdom, a piece of grace. What do they need to love, right? Because the collective is saying they need to love that Judge archetype inside of them, and that they need to love their friendships and to channel their love through friendship, which is just a friendship of a friend of mankind, a friend to all people. So my goddesses, please, a piece of the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, can you help elucidate and clarify for the Aquarians what they need to love this full moon in Sagittarius to new moon in Cancer, June 2020, the Gemini card. So Gemini here, this is about self-expression, third house. This is about communication. This is about listening as well as communicating. And look, I don't think enough importance is being put on actually listening and holding space for people. That as healers, I'll speak for myself, that as healers, and I have been a spiritual healer in one form or another since my birth, I don't know. But the most healing thing right now is to respect, honor, and welcome people's stories of their pain, of their suffering, including your own. But a lot of times it's healers, heal thyself in situations like this. I know a lot of people who watch my channel are healers. So in terms of this Gemini, to be friendly. Now, to say to someone be friendly, but to see everyone as all in the same boat, that let compassion lead the way, and to not just talk, not to try and fix people, but to actually allow them. Look, someone's asking for help. That's one thing. You help as you can. But with this judge archetype here, it's just so tricky with that, learning how to balance the compassion with all of this stuff, to just listen and carry yourself in a friendly way, to be open to hear without necessarily, because it's going to get uncomfortable. And I think that's what I'm feeling around this judge archetype, that it's going to be a tricky balance for probably a good chunk of humanity, let alone the Aquarians. Let's keep going, because I love that card, Gemini, there, in the sense of you really can have that friendly expression in a way that is balanced and all of that, but I feel the atmosphere of everything else on planet Earth, and it's just really tricky. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask the Ascended Masters in the next 2 deck of cards. We're going to get a Whisper of Love, Love Pack, Chuck Spezzano's Love Pack, 4 suits: the Problem, the Luck, the Healing, and the Grace. Let's see what you get. My Ascended Masters, please. From your higher, hence ascended perspective, please, 1 card, truly in clarity, for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This full moon in Sagittarius to new moon in Cancer, June 2020, please. We've got the Judge, we've got Friendship, we've got that Gemini card, that mutable air, that self-expression and listening, and that friendliness and that outgoingness. What have you got to clarify with that, please? You've got, interestingly enough, the Luck card, Wild Abandon. Ooh, Aquarians, Wild Abandon. The Luck suit was not expecting that, but certainly that comes with a certain freedom of expression. So in terms of expressing freedom of expression with friendship, and to do that in a way that is balanced. Now, just the second part of the light attribute here, managing the fair distribution of power. Think of that as managing the fair distribution of your spiritual power, of the power of your friendship, of the power of your love, like really expanding that energy field, if we want to use Aquarian language, just like you would expand your social network, right? There's work that goes into that, good God knows. But with that energy of wild abandon, just electrify the world with your love and your friendship, even on an energetic level, right? Even if it's expressing yourself through prayer. I mean, we are in full moon, looking at full moon to new moon next, a decline, certainly a waning phase from full to new moon. But one that feels really energetically supported here. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's get the book out of there. Let's get you one of the Healing Mantra deck cards, right? Matt Kahn. Because this feels really lovely. It's almost like the Aquarians, you really are sort of the ambassadors in a way, but this kind of freewheeling card of Wild Abandon is so intense. I mean, yes, obviously it's in the card, it's very much the Go-Go's Our Lips Are Sealed. It's very much they're just dancing in the fountain, you know, but this isn't the 80s. I'm not Belinda Carlisle, no matter how much I would love to be. I'm just not. It's okay. We all have to learn to deal with things in life. But with this lovely feeling of this balanced, compassionate friendship being expressed through you, what is the perfect healing mantra then, my Ascended Masters? For them, for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, to help them heal. What is the mantra that they need to love, right? To love what's inside of themselves, or to just experience this love in the healthiest way, or that it be the healing that it's meant to be for the well-being of all, for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, full moon in Sagittarius to new moon in Cancer, June 2020. Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. This card keeps coming up for me personally. The light is always within me. Just right up the alley for this particular reading for my Aquarians. I really like this one. It's not terribly long either. The light is always within me. When you anchor the light, you are accepting the infinite life force of the universe as your guardian, navigator, and companion. And I just love that image. Like, I want to spend an hour just with that. As you anchor the light, you are no longer a person trying to find the deeper meaning of connection. Instead, you know yourself to be a living expression of connection, simply appearing human in form. This mantra is ideal for overcoming fear, reducing cravings, and making important life decisions. Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. It came to me so many times over the past 2 weeks or so, just in prayer, you know, doing breath work or whatever, when emotions would overwhelm me. That's like, the light is always within me. It would just always bring me back. It's a great mantra. The light is always within me. And considering what's going on planet Earth, rock it. You guys are well suited for that mantra. Last card down from your higher selves, Whispers of Love Oracle. Here we go. The higher selves of all involved. A very specific frequency for the Aquarians. Please, one card in clarity. For the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, June 2020. Considering we've got the Judge archetype, we've got the angel healing with friends here, with this gregarious Gemini butterfly energy, from flower to flower, with wild abandon with the light is always within me. It feels like a real messenger of light, a real angel at work here. So please, what is the whisper of love from the higher self, please, to the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full moon to new moon next, June 2020. Slow down. You move too fast. Gotta make the morning last. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time and allow things to unfold. I was saying, it's just, you know, kind of feeling that about the balance, right? The balance and the compassion. Are you making sure you're taking time for yourself? Slow down. That when you get excited, I mean, it says it right here, when you're excited, you get ahead of yourself, take some time, and allow things to unfold. And that's why I think these two together work really well. It's like, for the Judge archetype, to really make sure that you are balancing justice and compassion. If you are out there, and you know what I mean by that, make sure you are taking care of yourself, that you are keeping things fair to yourself and in balance as you manage the fair distribution of your own power. Your own power. And I think that's a big part of this slow down, because then also the light is always within me, whether you are at home resting, whether you are active and out there, because that wild abandon is absolutely an aspect of the soul, and a lucky thing to feel that and to be able to express that with that Gemini energy in such a friendly way, a blessing that the world needs right now. I think overall this need to love reading is saying what you need to love is to love yourself and to appreciate that you can slow down. And give yourself the love and the rest that you need as you go through this, and to watch things unfold. That to make sure that justice is within you as well, that you are being just to your nervous system, to your physical body. I understand air signs, your air signs, but at the same time, keep in mind your nervous system may need some balance as well. Cool. So, may the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this full moon to new moon next, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may really express this friendship in this loving, balanced way while they slow down, and allowing their wild abandon to anchor more light and be a blessing unto this world for their well-being. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, for the well-being of everyone around them, and for the well-being of all concerned humanity and all of life. May we all be so blessed because of the Aquarians, that they are so blessed. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Again, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment should you feel so moved. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon next June 2020. Hail. Farewell, and blessed be.